Good morning and welcome back to the Now Morning Show, your Friday edition, where we continue to pay tribute to the great Denyse Plummer, this time in the form of another icon joining us via Zoom. The iconic Beaver Henderson, producer extraordinaire, joined us to tell us how he's going to pay homage to a great friend. Mr. Henderson, good morning and welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Good morning, beautiful. How are you today?
I am good. I am rested, so I'm great. And so is Kimberly, who shares my sentiments. Although a little birdie told me you were out and about for the independence celebrations.
We actually was pan on the avenue.
All the same, celebrating us. And I guess perhaps lending itself to the idea of celebrating Denyse. So jumping straight into things, Mr. Henderson, what form does this celebration take? Because we can do productions, you can do stage productions, we can do music. What are you giving us in the name of Denyse this time around?
Well, actually, you have to be a little patient because I was hoping that she would have lasted till next year, my 70th. Because next year is my 70th, my iconic year. I'm doing my biggest show. But I'll still be paying major tribute to her in that show. You know, her music, because for those who don't know, I started her recording career, and I closed off doing her last major hit, which was Not Leaving. So we were intertwined musically through all the years.
In that case, the actual production or the actual event will be inculcated in your celebration then, yes?
Oh yeah, it was always planned too, because she has always been a part of my career and I a part of her career. We were very intertwined. Actually, I think I put on Facebook, that is my longest artist relationship I've had in my whole career. Because I know Denyse before Shakonia in the Baron, again, when she was, just starting her craft. And then her first recording was with me at Sem Studios. I did her first 2 singles, then I did a 3rd single, which was a #1 hit for her. And then I did her first album, and then I came back and did one of her iconic albums later on. So we kept exploring creatively each other, and so we will do some great work, and then she'll go and find some new space, and then we'll find each other a couple of years later, and then do a hit, and that's how it went. Until the last one I did was Now Leaving, and well, that's a story by itself.
The rest is history. Yep.
Yeah. Mr. Henderson, I'm jumping in here because I always like to ask people who would have worked with these amazing icons for some memories, but not just what everyone knows, but something that the public may not know about the late, great Denyse Plummer.
What they don't know about Denyse? What they should know about Denyse. Denyse is a human being that had fortitude second to none. I could tell you the Skinner Park story that keeps coming up. I was the musical director on stage with her at the time. And like I said, I could still see it like it was yesterday. And for somebody to come back from that, it's when it happened, she ran off a stage and she ran straight to the back of Skinner Park. And basically her husband, Patrick, and myself, ran to her. She totally broke down. But within minutes, again, being who she was, within minutes, her composure was back up, talking to this one and talking to that one. Her strength was unbelievable, and I mean, that was her biggest asset, definitely by far.
Of course. And I know in her later years, she would have transitioned to gospel. I know that the famous hit that she had, Not Leaving, she actually did a rendition of it from a gospel point of view. Were you involved in that process as well? And just your thoughts on her transition?
Oh, no, I wasn't involved in the production. But when she was doing the transition, she actually came to me because, she was telling me, like, the reason she was doing the transition is because, all right, in the business, we call it living the rock and roll life. In other words, you're living 24/7, pumping nonstop. And we tend to do that for decades upon decades upon decades. And, and then you realize decades later, you've done your body and your mind damage. And then you slow down. And she basically confessed to me that the transition was to help her just to refocus in life and, get her act together, which she did, And she was so proud because, in other words, that transition, she tried to stop smoking cigarettes her whole life. She said that is what gave her the strength to stop smoking cigarettes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, as much as you say it's a rock and roll life and how difficult it is, you continue to give us a lot of your time and your energy, your efforts and your talent as well. And so as much as this particular project is going to highlight Denyse, I know that you probably have some other works in the pipeline. What else can we expect from Beaver in the coming, I guess, close of the year?
You know me too well. No, this show I am actually doing next year is going to be the first of a kind. It's a show that I tried to do 40 years ago. I tried twice here, never got the support. The closest I came to doing this was when in Japan, Ray Hallman and myself did something like it. Basically, I'm doing first of a kind show, 75-piece orchestra.
Wow.
That's what I would tell you now.
What? I love how you just drop it. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
that's what I'm telling you. 75-person orchestra means that this is a massive stage production as well. It also means that some sorts of significant rehearsals have to take place. And it means that you are working magic to get artisans, or rather artists and musicians together in the same space at the same time. How long are we looking at prep for this to happen? When did it start?
It has already begun, and the show is actually going to be on the 27th of April next year.
Ah, so we still have some time. That makes complete sense. I'm going to still wish you Godspeed because that is still a very massive undertaking. But could you elaborate, as much as we may have context, for someone who is looking on and seeing the performers performing on tracks or even smaller bands, why the necessity to continuously give us these grand shows that require so much of you to live the rock and roll life, if you will? What is the drive?
All right. So actually, I'm going to be doing a seminar shortly. I think it's next month on AI. You know, because everybody's talking about AI and afraid of AI. We are living in a world of technology, and like I've told people before, I'm an analog child living in a digital world. So I've come the full gamut, where I use AI every part of my life now, where music is concerned, production. The balance, all I'm doing is keeping that balance. You can't depend on AI or, AI or technology to do everything for you. AI is just an assistant tool, right? So I'm just trying to keep the balance and show you that the human energy has to be present at all times.
Absolutely.
You know?
I have to just bring it back again to Denyse, Mr. Henderson. I mean, we have lost a lot of our musicians, and as we grow older, they grow older as well. Any sort of advice you would give to, the young ones coming up in terms of how we can learn from them before they've all gone?
Yes, I mean, basically just apply yourself. Sometimes, I mean, when I look back at the life I've led, I'm blessed even to still be here. I am blessed to be here when I see a lot of my friends have dropped. In other words, it's basically just to pace yourself. And sometimes if you're already tired, just stop for a while. If you need to take a week or 2 weeks, just stop, re-energize and go again. Don't burn out all of it.
I definitely like that because everybody can apply that to their lives, no matter what phase of your life you're in. Rest is required. But as a closing thought, and I guess drawing on what Kimberly is asking, beyond younger persons getting inculcated into the culture, what about making sure that we give flowers to persons while they are here? You are a living icon. We have lost one. Tell us a way that you would like to see these persons be honored.
Just show them respect every day, man. Sometimes we hear, young artists or young musicians, talk about people who have paved the way for them. They kind of, them as old people, them as long time thing. They have to understand that these are the people on which shoulders they stand and that they're enjoying their success today. Just show them respect, simple as that. Show them respect in every way. Because if my generation and the generation before me didn't do what we did, the success that they're having now would not have been a reality. I mean, I can go back even before me. I could talk about Ronnie McIntosh's dad, Art Koto, Ed Watson, Frankie McIntyre. I mean, there's so many guys, you know. But these are the people that whose shoulders we walk on, and the younger ones walk on our shoulders now, you know. So just respect is all is needed, man.
And on that note, we send all our congratulations in advance to you for this massive undertaking we're going to enjoy next year. We thank you ever so kindly for joining us this morning, for continuing to put forward so much beautiful work and honoring the greats as much as you do. And finally, wish you a very good weekend filled with rest, because you're going to need it as we get ready to see you again in April when this grand production takes life. Thank you so much, Mr. Carl Beaver Henderson, joining us via Zoom this morning on Now.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure.
Bye.
Of course, this is how we're going to wrap this segment as we get you guys more things to add to your calendar when we return from the break. The Now Morning Show is jam-packed on your Friday edition. Stick around.